the scale is constantly changing. The Freemasons believe that a man's job is to be the best version of himself possible, to pursue truth and self-discovery. You give more and take less. We connect with our fellow man so that we may learn from each other, to challenge one another to live up to our highest ideals. We believe a man should be judged by his strength of character, his willingness to make sacrifices to improve both himself and the lives of those around him. For hundreds of years, the Freemasons have helped men find more meaning, to make connections with other men in a way that truly matters. For those seeking a deeper sense of purpose, a chance to make lasting friendships. To reach higher, to find more.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
Hello and welcome to Noblesville, Indiana at Guerin Catholic High School alongside my broadcast partner, Jarrett Lewis. My name is Joey Lindstrom. It is awesome to be with you here tonight for this match, squaring off in the Circle City Conference between Roncalli, the Lady Rebels, the Lady Royals, versus Guerin Catholic, the Golden Eagles. Jarrett, Guerin Catholic comes into this game 2-1-1, playing host to the Lady Royals, who are 4-1-2. And you look at the scoring differentials of both these squads. Guerin Catholic, the only time that they've lost is when they've frankly let up a goal, losing 2-0 to Carmel earlier in the season. But prior to that, they get a win, they get one tie, and then they blow out Covenant Christian last night, 10-0. Absolutely crazy. What does Guerin have to do to go up against this Lady Royal squad that is hungry for a win and, most of all, hungry to respond after losing 2 straight?
Well, right now they're riding a little bit of momentum on that 2-game win streak so far after starting the season 0-1-1. We were here just last Saturday when they took down Brebeuf, and that game went down to the very last minute when Alyssa Ferry scored a penalty kick. It was with 1:07 left to go in the clock. But before that, Guerin Catholic, they were aggressive, and they had some really good players on the outsides with speed that were able to have some cross kicks towards the middle, and aggressive players like Katie Koger and Alyssa Ferry in the middle were really trying to be the ones to finish off those plays, having those nice cross kicks and being able to be in the middle and get some shots on goal. Guerin Catholic had a lot of shots on goal in that game against Brebeuf, which they won. And so that's going to have to be, I think, the recipe for success here tonight. It's always a good matchup when you have two teams in the Circle City going at it, and I'm sure we'll have the same here tonight with Roncalli coming into town. But right now, Guerin Catholic riding some momentum. This is a nice spot to get their third win of the season and go on a little bit of a win streak. Keep this thing on a roll.
2 wins in a row is huge, and if they can make it 3 against this rival, that's going to be exponentially important, especially if they want to get and establish a chance to win their second Circle City championship in as many years. You mentioned Katie Koger. She had 11 goals last year, 7 assists. She is the winger responsible for a lot of the goals, but at that 9 position, at the striker, they kind of flip-flop with Ferry and Koger. How does Coach Hermsman plan to, in your opinion, get them involved?
Well, I mean, it's a team sport, obviously. So moving the ball and making nice passes. We saw that last Saturday. Well-placed passes, getting girls kind of on the run, kind of hitting them in stride, could play to be crucial because every goal, every chance is crucial. And so having those shots on goal, putting the pressure on the defense, I think, is going to be the key tonight to whoever wins this one.
On the Roncalli Lady Royals side, 4-1-2. It is, I misspoke earlier, Coach Sean Yao, Coach of the Year last year for Guerin Catholic. Coach Hermsman, her first season this year for Roncalli, off to a hot start. Last game, though, they lost to Chittard 6-1. Abby Shield had a free kick from 35 yards out to get the lone goal for Roncalli. How do you respond after taking a beating to a fellow Circle City Conference rival?
Yeah, this conference is tough, and we've already mentioned these 2 squads, and you bring in Chittard, Brebeuf Jesuit, who Guerin Catholic was able to take down last Saturday. A very tough conference, so this is a great opportunity to take on another Circle City Conference team to bounce back, and yeah, like you said, off to a great season so far. And they have a tough schedule. Non-conference games, looking at Cathedral, they were the state runner-up from last year. Mentioned Columbus North, they were a Final Four team from last year. Just such a difficult schedule, and that can only help out your team. And, you take on a really good team in Chittard, you bring in another really good team in Guerin Catholic to go up against. So, that can only help out your team, and, we'll see what happens here tonight.
We'll go a little bit deeper into both these sides after we take a break. You are watching Girls Soccer on IndianaSRN.
This is the Frells family's land. When the sun comes out, the kids run and play right there. This used to be a shed. Now, it's where they get breakfast. This is more than just land. It's home. The Frells family runs with us on a John Deere 1 Series tractor. This land isn't the only thing that should live on for generations. Nothing runs like a Deere. Search John Deere 1 Series for more.
Visit Reynolds Farm Equipment, your hometown John Deere dealer today at reynoldsfarmequipment.com.
Welcome back to Guerin Catholic High School. Joey Lindstrom with you alongside my broadcast partner, Jarrett Lewis. We were just getting into Roncalli and the Lady Royals, talking about the Circle City Conference. The Royals are 0-1 technically. They're third in the Circle City Conference. You mentioned the non-conference play. 8-0 to Whiteland, 3-0 to Greenfield Central, 1-0 to Columbus East, 5-0 to Franklin Central. And then they have a draw against Cathedral, and then they lose to Chittard, right? So it's a team that in her first season, Coach Hermsman, she spent 4 years as an assistant coach on this staff, and now taking the reins, she's obviously off to a hot start. This team has some depth, and it starts, at goalkeeper, and we saw a little bit of rotation between Agresta and Bishop. That's going to be important to see who's between the pipes tonight. Regardless, Jarrett, their back line is their strongest positioning group, and they can move it up to their forwards quickly.
Yeah, and props to Coach Lacey Hersman, who in her first year is kind of keeping up with a trend of good girls soccer production at Roncalli. They had sectional championships in 2015 and 16, and last year in 2020, their first sectional championship in Class 3A. It's so tough to win soccer in this state. It seems like there's so many good programs, and you look outside of this conference. This conference is really solid. We're really hyping it up in this pregame, but there's just so many other good programs that both these teams will face off against. And, to have that strength of schedule, in essence, is really going to be a beneficiary to you as the season goes along. And Coach Hersman, with a great soccer background, graduated from Center Grove, played at Marion. So, as a former player, she can definitely help out her team and, look at the game in the lens as a former player, not just as a coach. So that's really got to help out Roncalli, and it's showing so far with just the lone loss this season to Chittard, but 4 wins on the early year.
And then you mentioned the tough soccer in this state. The sectional crown, or sectional for Roncalli includes Franklin Central, Lawrence North, Lawrence Central, Perry Meridian, Southport, and Warren Central. And once you get out of that, you're facing teams like Guerin and Brebeuf, your conference rivals. So no matter how you draw it, you are getting a tough road to a state championship. Guerin, however, on the opposite side, last year's 3A runner-up. They're a team that is hungry. Again, and we could talk about them. Coach Sean Yao, Coach of the Year last year. He was honored before the Brebeuf game that you called. That had to be a cool moment. And now he said last year, adversity builds character. The ABCs for this group got them all the way to a state championship. Now you got to imagine the energy has to feel different. You're 2-1-1. With that one loss, or rather with the one draw, one loss, you have this chance. It's tangible. It's there. And, the team in black is going to have to show up. Circle City Conference.
Yeah, the season's still young, and, getting these conference games in, and it's always tough playing in your conference, but returning some quality players from that state finalist team from last year. You mentioned Katie Koger earlier, 11 goals scored last year with 7 assists as well. Emerson Jennings, she's one of those girls with a lot of speed on the edge that's going to try to create some opportunities offensively for Guerin Catholic. And also Sawyer and Quinn, we mentioned them with Haley Abel and Shay Hussey in the back line. Just a really solid, core for Guerin Catholic. They play 11, solid players. As the soccer roster is pretty deep, so you have a lot to choose from. But that 11 is really solid for Guerin Catholic, and I'm excited to see this action. And probably will see a low-scoring game because with Guerin Catholic and Brebeuf, it was 0-0. After 88 minutes of play, so could probably expect the same here. Guerin Catholic scored a lot of goals in their last game, so we'll see if they have some more in them for tonight.
See if they can ride that momentum. You and I were talking before the game, and we said it smells like football weather. Feels like a little bit cool. We were talking about the real football, which is the soccer that's in front of us.
I suppose.
The 11 on 11. I love it. Guerin Catholic ready to go against Roncalli and the Lady Royals. We get to hear a national anthem. 80 minutes of play ahead of us here in Noblesville, Indiana. A chilly and breezy night, but we are excited and ready to rumble for this matchup between the Golden Eagles of Guerin Catholic, coached by Sean Yao, and the Lady Royals of Roncalli High School on the west side of Indianapolis.
One quick note, senior leadership. Guerin Catholic has 11 seniors on their roster. So, and Coach Yao is going to
lost 13 seniors last year,
and that's crazy. So Coach Yao, he's going to have some girls rotating out. He had a lot of substitutions in the game against Brebeuf. So getting fresh legs out there, keeping girls freshened up, hydrated. keeping those legs ready to roll is gonna be key, I think, also.
Guerin Catholic goals for 11, goals against 2. Like that came against Carmel, and that was a tough beat on Guerin Catholic. Goals for Roncalli 19 and goals against 7. Obviously 6 of those coming against Bishop Chatard last night. Oh, and by the way, the goals for Guerin, 10 of them all came last night against Covenant Christian out of the 11. So they obviously will want to capitalize on that scoring tonight. A beautiful night for soccer as the officials come out to welcome our starting lineups, as is tradition before any match. Captains wearing their bands around their arms.
Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Guerin Catholic Soccer Complex.
Jared, there's a feeling in the air that no matter what happens, the PA announcer just announced that it's not raining, which is always nice to have. We are here live. Last year we couldn't do this. It's just nice to have sports in person, be here, and not only that, but also see some of the best in the state square off.
It sure is, and this weather is it's the best. It's one of my favorite times of the year, and there's some football games going on tonight, but this kind of feels like football weather. We talked about it before the broadcast, just how excited we were when we woke up that it was a little bit cooler, sun was still out, but you can feel that fall weather start to trickle in.
Let's get you caught up on the starting lineups here.
Number 11, Fee Kelly.
On the Roncalli side.
Number 13, Arissa.
In goal,
Vaughn.
number 00, that's Emma Agressa.
Number 15,
Number 2,
Erin
Micah
Riley.
Waugh. She is at midfield as
Number
a junior.
20, Abby Shield.
A junior. Number 3, Sydney Horton.
Number 26,
A
Summer
midfielder,
Mitchell.
senior. Number 7, Catherine
Number
Madriz.
37, Mackenzie Kruger.
Number 11, Kelly Fye. She is a
And number
midfielder.
40,
Number
Madison Hamilton.
13, Arissa Vaughn. She is a senior forward. Number 15, Erin Riley, midfielder, sophomore.
Is Lacey
A
Hirschman.
senior, Abby Shield, number 20. And
now the
freshman,
starting 11 for your Guerin
number
Catholic
26,
Golden
Summer
Eagles.
Fischel at midfield. Number 37, Mackenzie Kruger,
Your
a
goalkeeper
freshman
tonight,
forward.
Number 1, Bailey Capella.
And we do not have a number
Correction,
for
number
38, but
3,
we will
Bailey
certainly
Capella.
find her very soon.
Number 5,
For
Lauren
Guerin Catholic
Gardner.
in goal, that is Bailey
Number
Capella.
7, Emerson Jennings.
Number 7, Emerson Jennings.
Number 8, Alex Susi.
Number 8, Alex Susi.
Number 10, Alyssa Ferry.
Alyssa Ferry, number 10. She's a forward,
And number
senior.
11, Katie Koger.
Katie Koger, number 11. She's also a senior at
Number
forward.
13,
3
Haley
goals
Abel.
this season to her credit. Haley Abel.
Number
13 is
15,
also a
Shaylin
senior.
Hussey.
Shaylin Hussey, a senior defender.
Number 16,
Number 15.
Cece Leffler.
Number 16, Cece Leffler. She's
Number
a
22,
junior midfielder.
Mia Gatz.
Mia Gass, number 22, forward.
And a
She's a
very
freshman.
special happy 16th birthday to number 25, Sutton
And number 25,
Warman.
Sutton Warman on her birthday, facing off against the Roncalli Lady Royals. She'll be at midfield, probably that holding midfielder spot. That's the big mystery here.
Ladies and gentlemen,
And
this
she's
time
a sophomore.
we ask those who are able to please stand and remove your caps. First for the reading of our invocation, and then as we honor America and those who defend her by the playing of our national anthem.
We will get to see and hear the national anthem.
Father in heaven, we are grateful for the opportunity given to us today here at Guerin Catholic. Let us enter into today's competition in the spirit of sportsmanship and respect for all gathered here today. May you give our student athletes strength, courage, and endurance as they compete with one another in today's contest. Continue to guide us all in that we do, and may we glorify you through our words and action. Amen. St. Theodore Guerin.
We'll be right back after our national
name of
anthem.
the
You are
Father,
watching
and the Son,
Women's
and the
Soccer,
Holy Spirit.
powered by IndianaSRN.
What's the number one misconception you think about Freemasonry? Well, I think most people just think of Freemasonry as some kind of secret society, and you go with some of the rumors out there and so on, and they really don't understand who we are. They don't understand that we are a fraternity of brothers first, and our obligation is to take care of each other and our widows and orphans, etc. within our group. They don't understand what the fraternity part of Freemasonry really is. And that's the misconception that's out there. I think first and foremost of anyone that wants to join Freemasonry, I'd like them to know that it's really not a secret society. You may say it's a society with a secret because we have some handshakes and some passwords that you could easily find down in a library if you get the right book. Freemasonry is more, it's a brotherhood, it's a fraternity, it's a way of sharing common thoughts and everything with people of all different vocations that really understand of getting together on the level. Whether you're a judge or a police officer or a janitor, you're all on the same level when you're in a Masonic lodge room. And I think that's one of the greatest things, that you can sit with people of all vocations, but you have that certain thing in common, that you're all brothers.
Welcome back to Guerin Catholic High School in Noblesville, Indiana. My name is Joey Lindstrom alongside my broadcast partner, Jarrett Lewis. We're ready for kickoff here. We did find the starter for Roncalli that was missing earlier, currently in process. Jarrett, tips for each side going into this one.
Well, Guerin Catholic, we got in the game last Saturday when they faced off against Brebeuf, really trying to get it to those key players they have on the outside with their speed and getting on the sideline, trying to create opportunities, kicking it towards the middle. And I think that's one of the keys on the edge. We saw a lot of Emerson Jennings in that game, and she was looking to create a lot further speed. And for Roncalli, kind of get off to a hot start, prevent any opportunities that Guerin Catholic may try to present offensively. Guerin Catholic might be the more aggressive team. Roncalli coming off that big loss to Chittard, 6-1. I think they'll have a little bit more fire in their belly in essence. So trying to get off to a hot start, I think, might be the key for Roncalli.
They sure have, and anytime they've taken the lead in any of their games, it's been early, and we've heard some of the scoring differentials, and that was a huge factor in a lot of their games to start. But in that game against Cathedral, they did not score really at will at all. They really had to work for their goals. Guerin Catholic getting set already. Trying to set up good crossing pass into the 6. Service chance here in front of the goal. Great play by Emma Agresta to get out in front, but Guerin Catholic on the prowl. Good deflection away by number 3. That's Sydney Horton.
That's that aggression we were just talking about. Emerson Jennings here on this near side, and then on the far side looked to be Lauren Gardner, who's trying to set up. Koger was in the middle. Ferry was in there as well. Almost a scary sight for Roncalli. We just mentioned it, trying to prevent any early success for the Golden Eagles.
Haley Abel, long service. That header goes over the top of the net. And Agresta in between the pipes, already making an impact. Guerin Catholic in their home black kits, going left to right. Roncalli in their white and blue, going right to left.
Pretty good free kick from Abel. She had a lot of those, and she'll be the one in the corner as well for Guerin Catholic.
A lot of those set-piece conversions for Guerin Catholic come from the foot of Abel. Here's Katie Koger on the right side, trying to get in the 6. Briefly having a chance at it was Susie.
Kind of a tough spot for Agresta, who's in the net. Do I come up? Do I stay in?
Corner, Guerin Catholic.
Luckily, she had a teammate there to help her out and get that ball away from in front of the goal.
First corner here. This is Emerson Jennings playing into the service. This ball will fly out of bounds off the left foot of Catherine Madriz. senior midfielder. Yeah, it seems like Guerin Catholic, to your point, Jared, is trying to be a little more aggressive than Roncalli thus far. We're only 2.5 minutes in. His back line for Guerin Catholic is very strong. You have Shaylin Hussey back there, Haley Abel, who really, in that 4-3-3, will bring the ball up more than anybody's used to. She's just a powerful, powerful player. She can play really anywhere, so it's interesting that she's always in the back line.
See some aggressive play right there through the middle. Abel trying to fight the ball away, and whoever it was, she's still on the floor. Looks like she lost a cleat.
It's a boot, actually.
Oh, is that
like
the term?
Like Ted Lasso, the boot.
I haven't watched that. I've heard a lot of people talk about that show, but I haven't gotten around to it. Mackenzie Kruer able to get back up.
It's actually part of the soccer prep, that's for sure. And it'll get you right.
All right. Good to know.
Roncalli trying to gain some kind of possession to get on offense here. Guerin Catholic showing on the aggression. Here's a chance into the Guerin Catholic zone. Micah Waugh was the one moving it up briefly from the back line. Roncalli has had their way on offense with most teams. At times they've struggled against Cathedral and Franklin Central. And obviously Bishop Chatard. Their last 3, 2 draws and a loss. So Coach Hersman definitely trying to get back on track after that 4-0 start. And that strike off the right foot there looked like of Madriz. Cradle now moving up is Guerin Catholic. Here's Jennings.
Not what you want to hear when you have somebody getting that close to the goal.
Definitely not. On the doorstep, you need to call for an offsides penalty.
There's those chances Guerin Catholic is going to look for. Is you see that Roncalli defense kind of close in on you towards the middle of the field, and Jennings runs the sideline very well for the Golden Eagles. Roncalli had a nice attempt on their last possession. I believe it was Vaughn on the far side. And you keep that up, and eventually somebody might be there for Roncalli towards the middle of the field, might have a chance for a shot on goal.
Scooting up is Arissa Vaughn. Checking out some space. She finds her teammate Mackenzie Kruer. And defended hard by Shaylin Hussey, who has the captain's band on her right arm. Tough physical play scrappy between Katie Koger and Summer Fischel. Advantage Guerin.
Roncalli fans don't like the call, and Ferry looked to be the more aggressive of the two. Roncalli with good defense, though, able to get it back for the moment.
Trying to scoot it up all the way to Madriz. Can't get it there. Good play by number 16, Cece Leffler. Billy Capella in goal for Guerin is wearing number 3. Now here's a chance for Roncalli. We saw where she was trying to go. That was Mackenzie Kruer trying to get it up to Fischel. Guerin Catholic's 1 draw coming against number 6, Zionsville. And they beat Brebeuf, and they beat Covenant Christian very handily. They lost to Carmel earlier this year. Here's Katie Koger. 11 goals on the season for her. Coming out to defend is Agresta. Nice work, handles it very well. Comes
that
up
was
a little bit gimpy, though.
One of those hold your breath moments.
Yeah.
Agresta just in the nick of time, able to steal that one away from Guerin Catholic. If she's a half second later, that might be a goal.
Here's Kruer. Defended hard there by Lauren Gardner. That back left spot, she is so important. Chance here for Roncalli. Lacey Hersman, after spending 4 years as a coaching assistant, or an assistant coach, finally gains the head coach position here for Roncalli. Jared, you mentioned in pregame, 2008 graduate from Center Grove, played her college game at Marion. Got her degree in mathematics. She teaches math. Came to Roncalli after teaching and coaching at Marquette Catholic High School in Michigan City. Here's Katie Koger, right foot strike. What a save by Agresta. Emma Agresta stepping in. That had some velocity behind it off the right foot of Katie Koger.
Yeah, Koger got all of that one. We had the best angle of it from anybody.
Yep.
It was online. It was going to sneak in to that inside that post. But Agresta read it perfectly.
Yeah, you see this again. When it comes, it looks like Agresta's at least a few feet, from where the ball is or where she needs to be when she jumps. But I don't know, fingertip here, it's just impressive.
Koger, nice job. Get a girl one-on-one and make some moves to get enough space and have that shot. But an even better defensive effort from Emma Agresta.
Substitution for Roncalli. Now
Substitution
number 4
for
Nora
Roncalli. Nora Jordan entering the game, junior midfielder. She's got 2 goals this season so far. 6 shots on goal. Nifty move to get up in front of the 6, but Agresta's there. Good defense by Summer Fischel.
And again, it's Koger. Lots of early pressure applied from Guerin Catholic.
Refs letting them play. That's what you like to see. 10 minutes have gone by. Jarrett, your impressions so far?
Well, Koger and Ferry are really trying to set the tone for Guerin Catholic. They're playing the middle of the field. They're aggressive on defense. We've had a few whistles with those two involved towards the middle and kind of a little bit too much action. And again, it's a fast break started by Koger.
Seen that a few times. Emerson Jennings was hustling to get over there, but Aaron Riley, nice play to kick that one out of play.
It's like
corner, Guerin Catholic.
Jennings was going to have the corner, but she'll get rotated out.
See which number that is. Our view is the same. Nice move by Jennings. Again, pass over the top. Nice header away and a deflection. That was Mackenzie Kruer, the freshman, playing up on D. And Roncalli will clear. You can see Guerin Catholic trying to just launch this ball downwind to try to get some kind of offensive possession. It's worked for him so far.
Yeah, Guerin's been able to kind of start their offensive moves with a steal, and they have a 4-on-5 or a 3-on-4 situation. Roncalli, to counter that, trying to clear it, get it towards the other end of the field, and maybe force Guerin Catholic to make a mistake on their side, and Roncalli with the short field could potentially get a shot on goal.
We'll have to see if they do. I mean, field is just so swayed towards Guerin Catholic right now. Tough one there. Both girls aiming for the ball, neither of them hitting it.
Yeah, Horton took a nice shot into the back of Ferry.
There's Fischel leaving it out for Nora Jordan. Nobody home. Nice job by the left back there. That's Lauren Gardner. Haven't seen too much play at the midfield. And a chance now for Guerin.
Yeah, we mentioned on Saturday, Nick and I doing the game when Guerin Catholic hosted Brebeuf, and we got Nick on camera tonight doing an excellent job as always. But
as always,
kind of mentioned the time of possession game, and Guerin Catholic against Brebeuf really owned, having the ball most of the time in their side of the field. And again, so far through almost 14 minutes of play, that seems to be the case. Although Roncalli still holding strong defensively, they've had some nice headers and being able to get those shots from Guerin Catholic out of harm's way.
They've certainly done well so far. Here's Katie Kroger trying to find a spot to strike, getting around Horton, getting it up to her teammate Emerson Jennings. Good poke away by number 15, Aaron Riley. Jennings on the throw in.
Yes.
Getting it to Susie. Service over top. Scrum a little bit in the middle. Left foot, easy save for Agresta. You can tell Roncalli's back line getting a little bit fatigued so far already, Jarrett.
We haven't seen very many substitutions. I believe the only one we've had was from the side of Guerin Catholic, and that was back at the 30-minute mark.
Well, Mackenzie Kerr is trying her best to create some offense. She's got 4 goals already this season, her inaugural high school season. But it seems like anytime Roncalli gets the ball down here into Guerin's end, they can't capitalize. Quick chance taken away. Sydney Horton kicking that one out of bounds. So Guerin Catholic, their head coach, Sean Yao, Coach of the Year last season. His expression, the ABC's adversity built character. Now in his second stint here in Guerin Catholic, he's got a large opportunity in front of him as an offsides penalty goes. And Guerin Catholic, in their history, 3 state finals appearances, 3 semi-state championships, 5-time regional champions, and 6-time sectional champions.
And last year able to capture their first conference championship in the Circle City.
That's right. We talked about it at pregame at length that the Circle City Conference is one tough cookie. And so I think when you look at it at the surface, any of these teams, no matter where they stand right now, probably won't stay there by any means. I mean, they could. Roncalli's right in the middle right now, and Guerin Catholic with 2 conference wins, 2 in a row. I mean, that's obviously huge for your conference standings. Still way too early, obviously, but Guerin Catholic looks poised to possibly make a run if they put some wins together at the right time.
Yeah, I think Coach Yao has to be pleased through 4 games, coming off that state championship run they made last year, ended up falling to Noblesville. But now, after the slow start, 0-1-1 to begin the year, Golden Eagles have been able to put 2 in a row together.
See if Roncalli can make something happen here. Here's Kerr. She's surrounded by a flock of Eagles.
Yeah, the difference right now, you can see it, is how many girls in black are back on defense for Guerin Catholic. And with that solid defense, they're able to turn it into offense on the other end.
Yep, easy, almost clear there.
Substitution for Roncalli. Coming on, number 24, Ainsley Newitt.
Ainsley Newitt coming on for Roncalli, the senior defender. Assistant coaches for Roncalli, Erin Darland. She played at St. Joseph's College, and Grace Ponis played at St. Mary of the Woods. And Romy Hersman, I believe she is Lacey's brother. He's the assistant as well. And Roncalli, they've had quite a few sectional championships, 98, 99, 01 through 03, and then 2005, 2008, 2015 when they moved up to 2A, 2016, and then when they moved up to 3A, 2020. Another sectional championship. We talked about their sectional being so tough. I mean, you talk about different teams in there: Franklin Central, Lawrence North, Lawrence Central, Perry Meridian, Southport, and Warren Central. Tough roads ahead. Here's Guerin Catholic briefly having a chance.
It's kind of like watching a replay. It's Coger and it's Ferry kind of interchanging, starting a fast break.
Jennings too, yep.
Jennings on the edge. It's been a different ball game for Roncalli.
They're used to striking early and often, but it seems like they haven't quite found their groove offensively to keep the ball in possession down there. Maybe here's their chance. Sydney Horton with a nice deflection away. Jennings weaving in and out. Jennings has a step. Jennings will shoot. Agresta with the save. Beautiful play, Emma Agresta.
The initial save on the shot from Jennings, but then reacting, knowing that the ball is going away from you and there could be somebody else there to put another shot on. But Agresta reacting to that as well. Solid game, solid first 20 minutes from Emma Agresta in the net.
See this again. What a move by Jennings to weave herself through those defenders.
Over 3 Roncalli defenders, and you see there Agresta sticking with the play. It ain't over till it's over.
Emma Agresta, 3 saves in this game, already exceeding her average for the season. She's got 15 coming into this game, now 18, tying the other goalkeeper, Ansley Bishop. On the opposite side, Bailey Capella. She's got herself 13 saves thus far. None in this game because Roncalli really hasn't found many shots on goal. Something to watch for. It looks like Sydney Horton, the left back for Roncalli, seems to be a little bit shaken up.
She's put her body on the line through these 20 minutes. She's seen, by my count, 5 shots on goal.
So Mia Gatz will sub out, and Annabelle Wright will come in, sophomore midfielder.
Coming on, number 17, Caitlin McKeever.
Beg your pardon, Caitlin McKeever 14, coming on Annabelle as well. So Annabelle Wright and McKeever add a little bit more breadth to that midfield. That holding midfield position is so important in soccer. Really gets everything going for your offense, Jarrett.
It sure does, and the more aggressive team so far, Guerin Catholic, having their ball on that side of the field a lot more in this first half.
Now we're over halfway through. I mean, if you had a time of possession meter, it'd certainly be in the direction of the Golden Eagles. They've created lots of opportunities for themselves, but Agresta standing tall in between the sticks. But this back line for Guerin so strong. You lose 13 seniors, but you got 11 on the roster is what I think what you said in pregame. I think that's what we have in our notes, but that's just it's just crazy how the depth of this squad. They really could be poised to make another potential run.
A lot of sophomores to talk about, too.
Certainly.
Guerin has 6 sophomores on their roster.
Weaving around was Koger trying to make something happen. A nice deflection there by Abby Scheel. She had the lone goal against Chittard the other night. Here's Jennings. Good defense again by number 15, Aaron Riley. And the sophomore showing out.
It looked like initially Jennings, if she got that kickoff maybe a second earlier, was able to get it across the goal. We're just waiting a little bit longer. Good defense from Roncalli.
Little two-player game there. Good defense there again by Abby Scheel and Aaron Riley. From that winger spot, Emerson Jennings is hustling to try to get her players, her teammates, some opportunities. Sydney Horton will try to clear. So kicking out of bounds, we'll give the throw in to Jennings. Beautiful night here in Noblesville. Said it before, feels like football weather, and it sure is. This is the real football tonight.
Whichever football you want to think about, it applies to both.
It sure feels like like fall is on its way, and that's awesome. You're going to start to smell it in the air. There's a chance. Number 16, that is CeCe Leffler. Try to go across, get a nice service. Gets deflected away, and Agresta will go ahead and take it. Here's Koger. Defended well by Abby Scheel once again. And in that center back spot, you have to be responsible for that 9 position. And the striker, Katie Koger, 4 goals on the season. She is tough to defend, I can only imagine. Playing against it's watching is just magical sometimes, and she had one heck of a year last year.
Substitutions for both sides.
11 goals for and 7 assists.
Entering number 22, Emily Sering. And entering for Guerin Catholic, number 2, Bailey Freese.
Bailey Freese
and
entering
number 24,
for Guerin
Claire
Catholic.
Hanlon.
As well as Claire Hanlon. Emily Searing in for Roncalli in midfield, the sophomore. Trying to move it up. Nobody home, and Agresta corrals it. So let's see if Roncalli can make an offensive run here. Sometimes in soccer, you start to feel like you play defense the whole half. There's got to be something that cracks eventually.
It's been mostly, when Roncalli's had the ball, they've been more patient. Had it between midfield and the box. and just haven't really had the numbers to attack like Guerin Catholic has most of the time.
Tough defense played by Ainsley Newitt against number 17, Caitlin McKeever. Roncalli just trying to clear each and every time they can get their foot on the ball. Good header in the midfield. That's gotta hurt. Summer official.
Oh, I flinch every time I see somebody make a header like that.
Foul incoming. That's number 15, Aaron Riley, who's played so well. That'll be a change of possession, and Guerin will gain it. You can hear the Guerin Catholic faithful, and it looks like some of their JV players cheering on their girls.
Yeah, the JV team won before this game 1-0. Had a really nice turnout, did Guerin Catholic and the student section last Saturday when Brebeuf was here.
Yeah, when I was watching it looked like a big hype zone. Here's
they had
a chance.
Fans up on the hill, decked out in all black.
Gotta love that on a Saturday. Emerson Jennings corralling it. Roncalli briefly had that chance. He's trying to make something happen. Annabelle Wright off the slide tackle. Trying to see who that was. Looks like number 2, Micah Waugh, the junior midfield.
Yeah, great slide tackle.
For both sides.
Guerin Catholic again looking to get the advantage on that outside. It looked like Annabelle Wright, like you said.
Also entering number 38. For Guerin Catholic, entering number 16, Cece Leffler. And number 4, Catherine Constantino.
So you heard the PA announcer for Roncalli. 37 and 38, Mackenzie Kruer. And then for Guerin Catholic, entering number 16, Cece Leffler. And number 4, Catherine Constantino. Both of them defenders. Nice vertical pass. Let's get it up for Roncalli. That is official. And knocking it away almost as soon as she had it. That's Cece Leffler.
Really the first time we've seen Roncalli with kind of a balanced attack, a 3-on-3 look, and you know, you see that, and you hear the fans start to get into it. They start to get on the edge of their seat because they know that this could be the chance. This could be the one.
There's a throw in to Kruer. 2 headers in a row. The rare double header, if you will. Catherine Constantino collecting it, trying to move it up to Annabelle Wright. Nice play to stymie that clear by number 22, Emily Searing. So with 9:15 left in the first half, we are still at a draw. A couple of chances for Guerin Catholic, but Agresta in between the sticks for Roncalli has really stayed home and defended that goal well. Here's Abel. To Sydney Horton. She's getting a foot race with Emerson Jennings. Horton wins that one, gets it away. Jennings trying to make a move. Does get the edge briefly, and meeting her in the middle. That's Aaron Riley, and knocking it out of bounds. That one's got to hurt. Hopefully nobody's wind got knocked out of him.
Aaron Riley has been the one defensively for Roncalli. Help side,
Substitutions for
coming
both
over
sides,
and preventing girls like Jennings from getting around the defense.
Entering for Guerin Catholic.
Backside help coming out of nowhere.
Alyssa
Riley's
Berry.
been there to get those deflections. She's been tremendous in this first half on the defensive side for the Royals.
Nora Jordan entering the game for Roncalli in subbing for Catherine Driz. Here's Bailey Freeze. Head up to Ferry. Freeze, service pass. Offsides. Trying to sneak past the defense there. Trying to ever turn around and see the number. Can't, but regardless, offsides by Guerin.
Nice attempt by Bailey Freeze of Guerin Catholic. Just trying to keep the play alive. Get it towards the middle of the field where you know you have a couple of your teammates there, and anything can happen. Any sort of ricochet, deflection can end up going in your favor.
Just 7 minutes left to go here. Good deflection away by number 22, Emily Searing. Gets it to Kerr. Kerr tries to make something happen. Guerin's all over it. Here's a chance for Roncalli. That was Nora Jordan passing up to number 13, Arissa Vaughn. Over the middle service, that one gets booted away in the middle of the 6, just above the box. Here's Kerr. All of a sudden, we're starting to feel the swing here. Roncalli, a little more possession on offense.
Yeah, you mentioned it. A lot of the deflections going their way.
Good centering pass. Missing on it was Emily Searing. She's done well to keep it. She's done well to keep it in the general area for Roncalli. Now, this broadcast is copyrighted by IndianaSRN and the Indiana High School Athletic Association. For private use of our audience, the use of pictures, videos, and audio without the express written permission of the IHSAA is prohibited. We're so glad you're with us here in Noblesville. 5.5 left to go in the first half. Guerin Catholic and Roncalli
entering for Roncalli
at a draw right now.
Number 30, Sophia Sarin.
Entering for
number 5,
Roncalli is number 30,
Leonard.
Sophia Sarin.
Entering
and
for
number 5, Kate
Catholic,
Leonard.
Number 21, Sarah Kiffmeyer.
And entering for Guerin Catholic is number 21, Sarah Kiffmeyer, junior defender. Here's Kerr. Playing that 4-3-3 set has to be tough if you're Guerin, but their back line is held strong. Starting to get the sense here, Jarrett, and this might just be viewership, but looking for momentum out of Roncalli, I guess, because we haven't seen it yet, but they feel like they're starting to get more possessions on the offensive end.
Yeah, they sure are, and I haven't seen Ferry or Koger be aggressive, so they've been able to kind of put a halt to that. A few of the deflections have gone their way. Hopefully this is something that they can build on, and you know, a good time to do it, you know, because time winds down. You can go into halftime and prepare and make those changes, make those fixes to prevent Guerin Catholic from having the ball more than you. And then, you know, players start to wear down. This has been almost 40 straight minutes of very few stoppages, we've had the occasional throw in and corner kick, of course.
Substitutions for both sides.
And just a handful of substitutions. So you got to think, in the second half, get down to crunch time. You just continue to do what you do and make those passes and make those shots, and you know, maybe a deflection will go in your way. But the more shots you put on the goal, you know, the more pressure you're putting on the defense.
Lauren Kill in for Roncalli, I agree with that. And the more times you can just keep applying pressure and keep peppering them with shots. I mean, Roncalli has one shot on goal right now. As soon as you can keep hammering down, eventually something's got to crack, right? Under 3 to play here in the first half.
And who knows, for Guerin Catholic or Roncalli, you could have a situation like you did when the Golden Eagles beat Brebeuf, and they beat them with a penalty kick with 1:07 left to go. You have a tackle, you have too much contact. Referee says that's enough to award the penalty kick. And Guerin Catholic, it goes their way, and they score with 1:07 to go, and that ended up being the deal breaker.
See the fans on the couch on the opposite side. Yeah, you're right. I mean, anytime you have a 0-0 game, it feels like it's got to break at any moment. Or, if it goes to a draw, obviously not ideal, but
every chance it could be crucial. It could be the one. So be the more aggressive team. Put pressure on as much as you can.
Sophia Sarin holding midfielder there. Booting it up, and here's a chance for Roncalli. That's Nora Jordan. Weaving in and out, trying to get it up to Fischel. Fischel, right foot strike. That one goes wide.
There it is. That's what we're talking about. You just get those chances. Kick that ball towards the goal. Somebody could be there. And as we'll head into the second half, most likely 0-0 unless something happens here in the last minute 10. But come out in the second half and try to be the more aggressive team. Make those shots towards the goal.
You do have to wonder too, after pretty long nights for both these squads and high-scoring games, if maybe a little bit of fatigue set in last night and they're just trying to feel each other out, and that could be this process right now.
And you could start to see it in some of these girls. I think they might be glad that they just have 40 seconds left to go, and they'll have an extended time to regroup and not be so worn out.
Got a little two person game there to try to get across, and it looks like you're right, Jarrett. We are not going to have a likely score, barring a massive kick for either squad, probably at midfield.
10.
At halftime,
9,
we will take
8,
a 10-minute break
6,
and be back with
5, 4,
you right after.
3, 2,
Our score 0-0 at the end of the first half. You are watching girls soccer powered by IndianaSRN. We'll see you after the break.
High school football fans, welcome back to Friday nights, to pure spirits, to pure sports. Welcome back to high school football.
Fans, I'm IHSAA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back!
This is Friday night. This is Indiana high school football. This is your IHSAA.
You want a career that creates experiences that are impossible to forget. By studying sports and events at IUPUI, you'll get hands-on experience in and out of the classroom. And with Indy as your classroom, there are high-profile events, sports franchises, hotels, museums, and large organizations across the city to engage, educate, and enlighten your student journey before you graduate. There isn't a better city than Indianapolis to get the experience you need to prepare you to handle any event, big or small. It all starts here.
They say nice guys don't finish first. So maybe it's time to reconsider what it means to be first.
It's about being your best, but knowing you could be even better.
It's being present, but respectful of history.
You sure you want to make that move?
It's donating something more valuable than money.
It's believing in yourself and something bigger.
It's coming from different families, but treating each other like brothers.
It's not just being a man, it's being a Mason.
Hey, conductor, how about something new? You played this last year. Come on, get your head out of your sacks. Shh, we're trying to hear. Well, I'm sick and tired of hearing your kid play the wrong notes. Where's my kid's solo?
At least you can see your kid. Why is my kid stuck way in the back?
The conductor only plays his favorites.
My kid earned that solo!
You see my kid?
Yeah!
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
Game day on Indiana SRN. And now here's a special message from Assistant Commissioner of the Indiana High School Athletic Association, Sandra Walter.
In cooperation with the Indiana High School Athletic Association, Indiana SRN would like to thank the men and women who officiate our sports contests. Congratulations to the following officials who've been selected as Official of the Year in their respective sport. This distinction is based on service to student athletes, coaches, and community over decades. These men and women have given countless hours to promoting and ensuring that education-based athletics are afforded to your student athlete. In cross country, Mr. Ted Knopfsinger. Soccer for 21-22, Mr. Lawrence Lohner. In volleyball in the north, Mr. Steve Klein. And in football in Lake County, Mr. Fred Schob. If you'd like to become an IHSAA official, please contact Sandra Walter at the IHSAA office. Phone number 317-846-6601. And a huge thank you to Mr. Keith Meyer and Indiana SRN for being such an advocate to our officials, our student athletes, and our administrators of 407 member schools across the state of Indiana. We certainly thank you for the support and the constant effort to promote all that is good about education-based athletics.
Becoming a licensed sports official is a great way to make a positive difference in the community and support the over 160,000 Indiana student athletes that participate across 22 IHSAA sports. Sports officiating allows you to stay connected to the game, become a role model for our young student athletes, earn extra money, and support the patrons and communities of our IHSAA member schools. To learn more about becoming a licensed IHSAA official, log on to ihsaa.org/officials today.
I'm Mary. Welcome to Guerin Catholic High School. Many people believe that we're just like any other school, but I'm here today to show you that we're not. At Guerin Catholic, we are family. Now I know that sounds crazy, right? How can a school be like a family? Well, it all starts with St. Theodore Guerin herself. Her charisms inspire us every day. She's been praying for us since before the school was built, before we were even born. On one of her many resting places, it says, "I sleep, but I watch over the house that I have built." As a student, it's so inspiring to know that we have our own saint in heaven praying for us every day. But if you really want to understand what Guerin Catholic's all about, there's a lot more you need to know about us, starting with who we are. Mother Guerin also has some advice for the teachers. She says, love the children first, then teach them. It is these wise words that inspires our teachers to motivate students and look for the best ways to meet each student where they are. You might think with all this love, academics might not be important, but there is nothing further from the truth. It is because of our faith in seeking the truth that we aspire to know all that we can know. But we can't stop there. We have to know how to think about the knowledge in order to make a difference in the world. Whether you need a little extra help or you're ready to be challenged with an international baccalaureate diploma or anything in between, there is a place for you at Guerin Catholic. But we're not just about academics around here. At Guerin Catholic, we are well-rounded. There are so many ways for you to get involved. Obviously, we have sports. We have 21 athletic teams, including swimming. And if you don't play a sport, we're all about supporting those that do. Our student sections are so much fun. We are spirited. And we also have 43 clubs. So if you don't see anything you like, you can start another one. We also have band, choir, orchestra, and theater. We are involved. At Guerin Catholic, there are so many ways for you to discover and use the gifts that God has given you. We are creative. Getting involved in these activities is not just about having fun. It's also about developing skills that help you become a great leader and providing opportunities for you to lead. At Guerin Catholic, we are leaders. Another great way for you to grow as a leader is through service opportunities. There are so many ways for you to share your gifts with others. Mother Guerin says, "You will be happy yourself in making others happy." That's what service is all about. By connecting to local organizations or through mission trips, you'll have plenty of opportunities to serve. At Guerin Catholic, we are compassionate. There are so many opportunities to travel at Guerin Catholic, from mission trips to Costa Rica to performing in New York City. We are explorers. You will find the Guerin Catholic community all around the world, working, singing, and learning, all to get closer to Christ. Here we are at our chapel. This is where I leave you. But as you think about your future, I'll give you one last piece of advice from Mother Guerin. Do not give way to uneasiness about the future. Place yourself gently into the hands of Providence.
My name is Jay Jones. I'm the commissioner of the Heartland Collegiate Athletic Conference, and we appreciate you tuning in to tonight's game. We hope you'll stay tuned to SRN for tomorrow's Heartland Conference Game of the Week, showcasing some of the best small college football in the Midwest. We look forward to seeing you then.
You're good at making big announcements. We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, online, over the phone, or in person, and stop knocking on wood.
This is your IHSAA. This is your state. This is your high school. This is your athletic association.
Fans, I'm IHSAA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and we're here to make sure that all of this remains yours.
This is your state. This is your community. This is your IHSAA.
Welcome back to Guerin Catholic High School, Noblesville, Indiana, for this match between Roncalli, the Lady Royals, and the Guerin Catholic Golden Eagles. Joey Lindstrom alongside Jarrett Lewis. Jarrett, that first half didn't have a whole lot of action from the Roncalli offense until the latter part, of the section. About 5 minutes left to go, 5 to 8 minutes left to go. Roncalli started to get in a little bit of a groove, but for the most part, it was Guerin Catholic controlling that half.
Yeah, it might be something that, can we see that momentum start to come back to start this second half after ending the first half. Getting the ball closer to the goal, getting a few shots on goal as well. But for the most part, Guerin Catholic has been the more aggressive team like we kind of predicted they would be. But now it's just brand new 40 minutes, so anything can happen. It's a brand new ball game.
We tallied 4 shots on goal for Guerin Catholic in that half. who will go right to left. They're wearing the black kits, and Roncalli wearing the white kits, headed left to right. That technically counts as a shot on goal, and we didn't see many of those from Roncalli in the first. Only one true counted one, but another that was a clearing, and another one that went just wide of the cage.
Yeah, their offensive possessions, they were stayed more patient, and here's the more aggressive team with Emerson Jennings trying to kickstart something.
Sidney Horton on the good defensive deflection there. Emerson Jennings so fast, and you said in the first half, when Guerin Catholic starts to get going, they clear the ball up to that back line of Roncalli. It's so fast, and it's unreal to see. But Guerin Catholic, that's when they can control. But when they do not do that and they don't execute, it seems like Roncalli likes to take advantage then.
Guerin Catholic has a nice mix of speed on the outside and then kind of playmakers in the middle with Koger and Ferry. They've been the most active.
Emerson Jennings losing her handle on that, giving possession here. Back to Roncalli. Here's Fischel, who had a good first half. Was in on a lot of different plays.
Halftime substitution for Guerin.
And we mentioned that the fatigue might be setting in a little bit from both these squads playing in high-scoring affairs last night. And you mentioned that you kind of noticed that a little bit of the fatigue was possibly setting in. Here's a great servicing pass. Up, and here's it into the 6 in front of the goal. But it's saved by Agresta.
Agresta with just an amazing save yet again. That's a couple now.
Seemed like she was crawling over to that ball on that one. Like as she dove, she needed an extra couple inches on the fingers, and she got them.
Beautiful chances yet again. Golden Eagles, they started the first half this way with a shot or two on goal, getting it towards the middle of the field. But Agresta has just been that brick wall for Roncalli.
Emerson Jennings with a nice forwarding pass. That's kicked out of the way by Aaron Riley. Get to see that shot on goal once again.
Nice move, getting around the defender. That was Suchi.
And Mia Gatz on the shot, but it doesn't go.
A couple of spin moves from those two players and able to get that shot on goal. That's kind of what we talked about when the first half ended, was just getting as many of those as you can. It's kind of like in hockey. You want to see pucks on net, you know, get shots on net, be the more aggressive team. Give yourself as many chances as you can.
Never know when one's going to fall.
That's right.
Strong back line work out of Guerin Catholic in that first half. Towards the end, though, Roncalli tried to press a little bit harder.
Oh, good idea. Okay, now.
Good lofty servicing pass.
Oh.
Good move by Koger. Koger working against Abby Scheel. Abby Scheel wins that battle. Gets it up to Kruer. Kruer's briefly got a step on Shea Hussey. Nobody on offense besides Kruer and Fischel. And booted away by the back line of Guerin Catholic.
Nice try, getting it to the middle of the field. Fischel is there. Just had that one slip away.
Here's a chance. Great defensive play by number 20, Abby Scheel. 2 possessions in a row. Scheel has disrupted the efforts of Guerin Catholic. And here's a corner. Good to see a set piece by the Golden Eagles. And it will be Haley Abel servicing this one.
Scheel, one of 7 seniors on this varsity roster for Roncalli. We've mentioned a few freshmen throughout the night. Mackenzie Kruer has been really active for Roncalli.
In front of the 6, and Agresta is there once again. I believe that one was off the left boot of Emerson Jennings.
Great corner from Abel, and I don't know how Jennings was able to get that shot through. Everybody in the box for Roncalli, but still Agresta has had great reaction.
Here's Gatz. Trying to get up to Koger. Nifty play to get that one away by Micah Wow. Good to see that corner kick again. This one had a chance out in front, Jarrett.
That was a great kick by Abel. The hang time and right out in front of the goal. A great chance setting up her teammates.
You really never know what's going to happen out of those. Now here's the real chance for Roncalli, Summer Fischel. A little bit short-lived. Here is Koger. I beg your pardon, that is Alyssa Ferry. Getting it up to Gatz. Even game here, but here's Koger at the doorstep. And Agresta kicking that one away, leaving no chance for Katie Koger. Beautiful forwarding pass by Mia Gatz.
Sure was, just a tick too much out in front. But again, I mean, we're going to probably talk about it for the rest of this time remaining, is setting up your teammates for those chances. You just never know.
Off the right foot of Koger, that one goes wide.
Surely one of these times, one of these teams is going to be able to connect.
Well, Abby Shield, her defense is showing out today, but she had the lone goal against Bishop Chatard last night in the 34th minute.
13, Arissa Vaughn.
Guerin Catholic defeating Covenant Christian last night 10-0. An absolute slaughter.
Got to think maybe one of the topics of discussion with Coach Yao and his girls team is, you know, let that high-scoring win from last night kind of, you know, keep that momentum, keep that same energy, but also don't let it to allow you to overlook this Roncalli team that you're facing tonight.
Looks like Guerin almost had the chance there, trying to get it down to Gatz was Lauren Gardner. By the way, really respect the move out of the coaches to bring lawn chairs for their sideline. That is underrated.
It's smart.
That is smart. Oh, tough header. That one looked like a hitter in the ear. Sutton Warman. She seems fine, though. She's trooping right through it. Here's up to Gatz. A little too much mustard on that one. And Shield will knock this one out. Keeping it in play, though, was number 4, Nora Jordan. Turnover by Guerin Catholic, briefly having that possession.
For a long time, though, Guerin Catholic keeping the ball on their opponents, or Roncalli keeping the ball. No. Which way are we going here? Roncalli's going left to right. Yeah, so we're in Guerin Catholic's side, yeah.
Yep.
Going back to that first half, it's the Golden Eagles again, keeping the ball deep on their side of the field, or the opponent's side of the field.
Beautiful job to keep it in play. Here's Mackenzie Kruer. Lauren Kill getting that one across the half line. Change in goal for Guerin Catholic. Taylor Beard replacing Bailey Capella.
That looks like to be the trend. Not sure what the reasoning is, but Capella would be the first half goalie. And then Beard comes in to clean up the last 40 minutes.
Beard, the sophomore. Oh, chance on in front. It does go.
We know it was Jennings on the assist. And we're going to wait to get another look at this one, because this one just barely sneaks in.
It sure does. Emerson Jennings was on the run.
It's the fast break by Jennings. She's been so good at it and giving her teammates a chance. Ferry's there, and I think it's going to go to Ferry.
It sure was Ferry, yep. Sort of deflected off the calf, it looked like, of Alyssa Ferry.
And a good attempt by Agresta. But I think the deflection was off her or a teammate.
Well, Agresta's made so many good saves thus far.
For Guerin Catholic, number 10, Alyssa Ferry.
Ferry was the one that got the win for
third of the season.
Her team against Brebeuf last Saturday. A big Circle City Conference victory. With just a minute 07 left to go, she had the penalty kick
Substitutions for Roncalli
to put Guerin on top, and here she is again.
And number 24,
a little bit more time to play in this one.
So that ties the number of goals for leaders on this team. Katie Koger with 3, Emerson Jennings with 3, and now Alyssa Ferry joining the hat trick club, if you will.
And those 3 have been the ones kickstarting something offensively, whether it's been Jennings on the sideline or Koger and Ferry towards the middle.
Yeah, Koger in that striking position, you know, normally in that spot where she's just always around the ball, it feels like, and Ferry cleaning up exactly where she needed to be. Beautiful pass by Jennings. Agresta, so many good saves thus far. She might have to make another one here. Good job by Sydney Horton to get in front of that one.
Great look from Ferry, trying to get it over to Mia Gatz.
Mackenzie Krur likely not seeing number 7 there, Catherine Madriz. Up on the sideline, that's okay, because Roncalli keeps possession. Madriz kind of trying to get back out to the freshman. And a minor foul, off ball. See that goal again, Jarrett, just trickling past Agresta.
And I think you could see the reaction from Agresta. She puts her hands on her head because she knows she had an opportunity there to prevent that shot, but great effort, did all she could.
So here's a free kick from Abby Shield. This is exactly the spot that she scored against Bishop Chattar the other day. Sends this one out in front. And a nice out by Guerin Catholic.
Oh, yes.
Seems like a little more energy out of the Guerin Catholic squad now, trying to get that ball cleared very quickly on that one.
Yeah, it's still keeping that same energy because Guerin Catholic has one go their way. You never know. There's so much time still left on the clock. Roncalli is going to look for every chance they get. Keep that same energy on defense if you're Guerin.
That one flies out of bounds.
Roncalli, though, still playing most of the second half on the defense. It's that time of possession game that Guerin has been able to dominate. The Royals, they've utilized Kruer on the edge. She's played in the middle a little bit as well.
Well, you lose if you're not having 4 in the front and you're 4 in the back line. Well, we'll resume that after this play. Nice job by Shield getting in front and kicking it out of bounds. If you have 4 in your back line, you definitely lose one on your one of your forwards, right? And your striker has to do a lot more work. But what I perceive out of Roncalli is that or what I perceive out of
Corner,
Guerin is that
Guerin Catholic.
when they have 4 in their forwards, at least when they kind of convert into that play, they see that they actually have better chances, which is, I think, why Emerson Jennings was able to find Ferry.
Right in the middle.
Header into the 6. That one gets poked away and out.
Oh, great, Katie.
Nifty move by Katie Koger. Roncalli standing tall on defense.
Great
Another nifty defensive play. Interference from the referee. He says, my bad, but this gives Guerin Catholic, I believe, a free kick.
He did his best. You saw he
tried to dodge the ball midair, but it flies off his foot. That one, a nice chance. Looked like it was off the knee of Shea Hussey up in the middle, I believe. Good play by Nora Jordan to keep that possession briefly, but it gets sent down to Taylor Beard, and she clears. Off-ball push, that will be called as a foul.
Looked to be accidental, I don't think. Looked like Michael Wall was in the area.
Yeah, I don't think it was on purpose. .23 and a half minutes to play here in our match. Guerin Catholic leads 1-0 if you're just joining us. Guerin Catholic controlled most of the first half, but we were scoreless at the end of 40. And now in the second half, it seemed to be a little bit of back and forth. Both teams feeling each other out, and then Emerson Jennings sent one into the front of the net for her teammate Alyssa Ferry to clean up, who sent it behind Agresta into the right corner. Chance out in front again. Agresta, though, corralling that one. That was very close, Jarrett.
Agresta, you can tell she's been in the net for a long time. One of the seniors, she's come up at the right time out of the net.
Coming into this game, she split a lot of time with Bishop. Both of them eclipsing 250 minutes played. But the senior gets the start tonight, and rightfully so. She has exceeded the number of saves between the two, now leading the team with 20. Great pass to get up there. Nice work by Jennings. Koger, back of the net. Katie Koger, the right foot strike. Holy cow, her 4th goal on the season.
There was some zip on that kick, wasn't there?
Yeah, there was. Beautiful pass by Emerson Jennings.
No.
Katie Koger just outside the box. Nails that one home.
In the 59 minutes
one of the returning goal scorers, 11 last year for Koger, and now
Katie Koger, her 4th of the season.
Her 4th goal in the year.
4, Catherine Constantino, her 1st of the season.
Catherine Constantino getting credit for the assist. It was the Jennings pass again that does set up the score. At least the pass to the assist.
It's just amazing seeing, going back to the first half, we mentioned their names so quick, just how aggressive they were. Koger and Ferry with the ball in the middle. Doesn't matter if there were defenders in front of them, to the left or the right of them, they were going to try to find a way to weave through. And those two with the 2 goals for the Golden Eagles here tonight.
Nora Jordan trying to get a centering pass. Hits Shea Hussey on the way there. And Roncalli will have some subs come on. That's Mackenzie Kruer as well as Emily Sarah.
Corner, Roncalli. Also, substitutions for Roncalli. Entering the match,
corner
number
here is
22,
Catherine Madriz.
Emily Saring. And number 37, Mackenzie Kruer.
Centering pass. That one has a chance. Into the 6. It's a little bit of a scrum out there, and it's cleared out eventually. Now on the prowl here is Koger once again. Trying to get there. Aggressively trying to get that save. Almost runs into her teammate. Hey, we have football games on IndianaSRN tomorrow night. Guerin at Heritage Christian. West Vigo at Guerin Catholic. Jarrett, you'll be on the call for that one. Christmas Addicts at the new stadium, too. I heard they're laying the turf today.
Yep.
Getting it ready for tomorrow?
That was the word. They got to put it down today because they got a big game tomorrow.
Okay. Good luck with that. Christmas Addicts at Covenant Christian, and that is played at Northwest Junior High. South Newton at Traders Point, and Frontier at Fountain Central. You can catch all those games at IndianaSRN.org.
Also a doubleheader in soccer with these Guerin Catholic Golden Eagles, boys and girls, on Saturday. They will host Chittard, and the first game starts at noon with the boys team getting things going, and then the girls at approximately 2 o'clock. And then later that night, a football game on Saturday, Mount Vernon at Greenfield Central.
That'd be a great game. Mount Vernon
for both sides. Number 38 for
opening with the season with that loss to Noblesville. Tough. They've obviously climbed back a little bit, but it's going to be a big game for them.
Yep, able to bounce back last week, and now they enter into the conference play, the Hoosier Heritage. So a whole slate of games tomorrow and Saturday.
And you can watch them for free on IndianaSRN.org.
Watch on the website or listen on the website.
Or watch on YouTube.
And
subscribe. We're inching closer and closer to 2,000 subscribers on YouTube, which is awesome.
It is. And
compared to the winter, I think we only had 750 or so, which is
I remember this time last year we were inching towards 1,000. It may have been the basketball season.
It was.
During the winter, we were getting towards 1,000, and now we've almost doubled that.
So cool to be a part of it. Shout out to Jerry Collins and Keith Myers.
Jerry, our producer tonight.
That's right.
The man.
We're not just saying it because you're here as well, Jerry. Here we go. Roncalli back on the prowl. Here's Mackenzie Kruer. They're looking for their first goal. They say, Jarrett, the most dangerous lead in soccer is 2-0, because once you have a chance to get one goal an inch closer, then all the momentum is with that team that didn't have any goals, and now they just have one. So if Roncalli could get on the board, could be. And speaking of IndianaSRN, this broadcast is copyrighted by IndianaSRN and the Indiana High School Athletic Association for the private use of our audience. The use of pictures, videos, and audio without the express written permission of the IHSAA is prohibited. Here's a chance for Roncalli out in front. Taylor Beard getting in front of that one. Racing on the sideline. Mia Gatz possibly getting away with a little bit of physicality there against Ainsley Newitt. Here's Ferry. Getting back up to Shield and then trying to get it to Kruer. Good job corralling it by Kruer, and just a little bit outside for Nora Jordan.
Good chance there. Haven't seen that a whole lot tonight from Roncalli, where the ball's near the sideline, and you kind of have a two-player tandem working together as you have a runner down the sideline trying to place that pass right out in front of him.
That one out of bounds, and Ainsley Newitt will toss it in.
Substitution for Roncalli. Coming on, number 30, Sophia Sarin.
Sophia Sarin heading in for Newitt. Tossing in here is Lauren Kill. Up to Kruer, the freshman. She's got some space. Trying to get over to Shield, and that's kind of been the story all night for Roncalli this far. They're just one pass away, one person away, really, from having a chance at the doorstep. Guerin Catholic, pedal down, honing in on the aggression.
Oh, good job. You see that? She's fighting in there.
Fighting for it there, Nora Jordan, good job getting it out. Kerr up to Shield.
Send it now. Yes. Great ball.
Great ball up to Haley Abel, cross pass, that one off the post, and a great backline defensive play, and that was, as that one sails over the top of the net. Boy, an almost scare for the third goal.
How about Abel able to get off that pass, first of all, and put
crazy.
it in a terrific spot.
Substitutions for both
See that
sides.
again.
Entering for Roncalli, number 35.
Between two,
Lauren
it's almost like
Hill.
that, just an inch away from that ball going right into the
Entering
goal.
for Guerin Catholic,
Agresta, I
Haley
think,
Freese.
hit the ball, and it
Number 11,
when she
Katie
hit the
Coker.
ball with her hand,
Number
it hit the
24, Claire
post.
Hanlon. And number 7,
So just
Emerson
a kind of a
Jennings.
bang-bang play,
Yeah.
almost squeaked it through.
She did.
Also entering for Roncalli, number 2, Micah Wall.
So mass substitution for Guerin Catholic. We're just over 13 minutes left to go here. Here's Shield. A little bit of a collision or push down there by Guerin.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Playing her butt off is Erin Riley at left back, and her efforts on defense, should not be counted out given the score.
Yeah,
Roncalli really has played a tight game.
We've recognized Riley's great effort on defense. But other than that, it's just been some empty
Substitution
possessions.
for Roncalli. Coming on,
I'm
number
not sure
11,
Roncalli
Phoebe
has a
Kelly.
really solid shot on goal yet in this half.
Yep.
Roncalli's upcoming games. Next Thursday, they travel to play Columbus North. Then they host Covenant Christian. And then they host Brebeuf Jesuit. Away at Heritage Christian, away at Center Grove. And then they play Terre Haute North. For Guerin Catholic, they're next up against Chittard, where Jarrett will be on the call for that. And they host Heritage Christian and Lafayette Central, and then Evansville Memorial, as well as Cathedral and Evansville Memorial away. And they round out with South Bend St. Joe, Penn High School, Center Grove, and Fishers. Abby Shield with a nice play to get this one up. Looks like they're going to call her out of bounds.
You probably could. You probably wouldn't. You hold it in.
Emerson Jennings. Man, she's quick, isn't she? Gets it up. Heads to the center.
Wouldn't be surprised if Jennings was on the track team for Guerin Catholic.
I wouldn't be surprised either. Probably a quick sprinter.
A lot of these girls just, well, they're so good with the ball. Such great ball control, but also their speed has been a difference too. Getting the edge around Roncalli. And we saw it with that last goal with Abel. She's on the far side now with it. Able to get the edge, make a nice pass, set up somebody, but instead,
Substitutions
nice
for
save by
Roncalli.
Agresta.
Entering is number 5, Kate Lehner. And number 26, Summer Fischel.
Summer Fischel entering the game, as well as Kate Lehner for Roncalli. Under 10 to play here in our match. Guerin Catholic, a beautiful night for some soccer. Great hustle there by Claire Hanlon. Roncalli still trying to clear Lacey Hersman's squad. Looking for their first goal of the night. Roncalli moving it up. Good collection there by Shield. Boy, pregame, you look at the scoring differentials for both these teams, and Guerin obviously a bit of a padded stat. I mean, they had 11 goals. They have 11 goals for in 4 games. They had the game against Westfield canceled earlier in the week, so that obviously hurts. You can't have another game, but you only go into 4. Roncalli having played 7. This is their 8th game. They have 19 goals for and 7 goals against. Guerin Catholic with 2 goals against. And the only time that they let in a score was the time that they lost, and that was to Carmel.
Is number 11, Katie Koger.
Katie Koger coming back onto the pitch. And number 11 got her 4th goal of the season. She's certainly on pace to break her total from last year. Agresta corrals this one with just over 7.5 to play. Jarrett, this one's been really fun to watch, and the 2 goals really came quickly for Guerin Catholic. It felt like this one had draw written all over it.
Yeah, we played 40 minutes of 0-0, and then with 29 to go, we saw Ferry put one in, and just 8 minutes after was the goal by Koger. And it was kind of the Koger goal was surprising. It was impressive.
Yeah.
From how far out she was, and you thought as the ball kind of came closer to her, is she really going to put this one up and get this shot off? And she sure did, and she had a lot of zip on it.
Obviously came very suddenly because we were expecting, just as Guerin Catholic had run their offense all night, they were trying to set up for something, but Katie Koger said, I'll just take the shot. And that huge strike off the right boot got home.
24? No, 27? 21. 21.
A lot of good effort towards the tail end of this one. Roncalli looking for their first. Coach Lacey Hersman leading her squad to 4-0, a 4-0 start, but they have had two draws in a row and then a loss to Bishop Chatard last night. Should they lose this one, a 4-game skid definitely does not help. Go 0-2 in the conference if you lose this one, and all of a sudden you're looking at, wow, we have as many losses as we started with wins, and so that's definitely got to be a challenge. What do you kind of tell your team, I guess, coming off of some tough games in a row?
Yeah, it's a long season, first of all.
Yep.
Still plenty of games left to go. And it's still early. You know, there's so much you can still figure out as a group and what's working, what's not working. For Roncalli, I think offensively they've been a bit more passive. Guerin has definitely proven to be the more aggressive team. And Roncalli hasn't had a lot of opportunities, or they haven't set themselves up for as many opportunities to, get shots on goal, or, to have those cross kicks or any sort of corner kicks. Guerin Catholic has led in probably almost every statistical category tonight, except maybe saves. The goalkeeper, Agresta, has been terrific for Roncalli. So I think definitely trying to find that aggressive bone, I guess, if you're Roncalli, and looking to something like this, where if you have a much better pass up the field, then you can set somebody up and give them a chance for a shot on goal.
I think you're right. I think the defensive work, has been great. The back line for Roncalli, pretty impressive, but when you are playing defense constantly, that has to take a toll. Eventually something's gonna give. So I think you're right, if they can focus more on being a little more aggressive. But here's a free kick from Shield. Long ball corralled by Taylor Beard. On 3.5 to play now. Here's Koger, trying her hand at the winger spot, or foot rather, and deflecting that one out of bounds is Roncalli. Subs on for Guerin Catholic.
Substitutions for Guerin Catholic. Entering number 5, Lauren Gardner. And number 10, Alyssa Ferry.
Now under 3 to play. So here is a corner kick. Going to come from the foot of Emerson Jennings.
They don't have a sub, but we do. Then they stop it.
Long service. That one goes behind the net. And that'll be a turnover, and Roncalli will take possession. Just as a reminder, we have a full slate of football tomorrow night for you, and a doubleheader of soccer on Saturday, along with another football game. You can catch all those games on IndianaSRN on our YouTube page.
Substitutions for Roncalli.
Some of those games will be on Twitter. Follow us on Twitter as well.
And number 7, Catherine Madrid.
And subscribe to our YouTube page, and IndianaSRN.org will have all those games. And if you missed them, they will be on demand for you as well. This broadcast is copyrighted by IndianaSRN and the Indiana High School Athletic Association for the private use of our audience. Use of pictures, videos, and audio without the express written permission of the IHSAA is prohibited. 90 seconds here in our second half.
It's been a really impressive showing from Guerin Catholic. Kind of a, late to scoring, as a few of their other games have been, but still stuck with it. And from start to finish, the word of the night has been aggressive. They've just been, looking to be more aggressive in more spots, and they've attacked from the outside. They've attacked from the middle. They've had some great corner kicks. They've had just great tandems working together to set up their shots, and they've had way more shots on goal, and that's what has been the difference. And defensively, too, can't forget about their effort defensively. They haven't, made it hard on their goalies, Capella or Beard. They haven't had very many opportunities for saves. I mean, they've made them, but at the same time, they've prevented Roncalli from getting off any good looks.
Under 30 seconds to play. You're right. They have been very impressive offensively aggressive. They're going to need it when they play Bishop Chatard on Saturday. That should be a good one. Battle for first place in the Circle City Conference this early
10,
in the season.
9, 8, 7,
But by the foot of Alyssa
5,
Ferry and Katie
4,
Koger.
3,
The feet,
2,
excuse me. Guerin Catholic pulls this one out 2-0 against Roncalli. The Lady Royals visiting Guerin Catholic High School and falling short. But Guerin Catholic will move on to 3-1-1, and Roncalli will fall to 4-2-2. This is their fourth non-win in a row. They'll be ready, but Guerin Catholic now on to Chatard. They'll need plays like they had tonight, Jarrett. And it was an excellent way to see how aggressive offense can really create some opportunities for you.
This is a great game that Guerin Catholic is going to look back on as the season goes on. And Roncalli coming in off of a big loss, might have had a little something extra to play for, trying to get back to their winning ways, but Guerin Catholic did a nice job in responding to that, and one of those reasons was just having opportunities, getting set up like this. You have Koger and Ferry trailing as Jennings uses her speed to get around the outside and get off a nice pass. Guerin Catholic was the more aggressive team, and they gave more chances for their strikers to score. And here's the second score from Koger from way out.
Yeah, this is sweet. Top of the box, lets it rip. It's the top shelf.
Good night. Godspeed. Keep it under 50.
But again, this game is a nice testament offensively and defensively. Offensively, you were more aggressive, and defensively, you prevented your opponent from getting those clean passes off, getting anything towards the middle of the field off. So a nice little, I think, film session for Guerin Catholic to look back on and try to build on as a team that went to state last year is probably looking to go back. And of course, it's early in the season, but it's still, this is a team that looks like they have the capability of going far in the playoffs.
We shall see Guerin Catholic back here on Saturday. Roncalli moving on to their next game. And for Jerry Collins, our producer, for Nick Lewis, our cameraman, for Jarrett Lewis, I'm Joey Lindstrom. Thank you so much for being with us here tonight. This has been a presentation of Girls Soccer powered by IndianaSRN. We'll see you next time.